What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video today. Today, we are inside of NBA 2K23, and we are going to be rebuilding the Toronto Raptors. And this is going to be a series, so we'll do episode 1, and go from there. But they were close, okay? They didn't have the best season. They got eliminated in the play-in is what I'm trying to say. And there's a lot of questions going into this. Fred VanVleet, he's a free agent. Probably not going to re-sign him unless I do a sign and trade. Pascal Siakam's on the last year of his deal. Got to figure out if I want to trade him or not. Right, it is the last year of his deal, I think. There might be a player option. No, it is the last year of his deal. All right. So we got to figure out if we're keeping him, if we're trading him away. And he doesn't even want to re-sign with the team at this moment. We got Scotty Barnes, who has his team options. We'll obviously keep him around. We got OG Anunoby, who has 1 year left. There's a lot of questions looking at this team. And yeah, we are going to try and figure them questions out. I don't really have a game plan going into this. I do know that there's a lot of questions. All right, you can retire. I won't force you to stay in. Chris Paul, you're still contributing, so why not? Kyle Lowry, yeah, you're staying. You're staying. You're still an 80 overall. You're staying, and then you were staying as well. All right. I just want to make sure none of the high overalls are retiring. Okay, and then I don't know if these two will be able to get a job, but they are also staying active. All right, there we go. We'll hit advance on that now. Staff retirements. Greg Popovich retired. I'm not going to force him to stay. He's done. He's definitely done all that he needs to do in the league. All right, jersey retirements. I don't think there's any because there was none there. All right, league meetings. This is where I will probably reject everything unless it makes sense to make the series better. Like, change the shot clock to 30 seconds. That doesn't make it better. It just makes games longer or possessions longer. Allow 7-day contracts. You know what? I want to approve that. Because if I want to give someone a test run, and so yeah, we're going to approve that. I think that could be good, especially for lower tier talent, and I just need someone to fill in while someone's injured. I think that's a good option. All right, draft lottery. Actually, let me check here. Do we have... I need to go front office. Where do I check my... Do we have our pick? That's what I need to figure out. Scouting. Can I see it here? I don't think so. Dang, trades aren't available yet, so... I can't see that. Dang it. All right. Let's just go into this. I seen we have a pick here. All right. We are projected to get the 12th overall pick. Let's go ahead and hit A to continue. All right. Miami Heat kept 14. That's good to know. Okay. 13. Projected to be the Pelicans. And the Pelicans kept it. All right. There we go. All right. We are projected to have this. Come on, let us move up. Nope. All right, we got the 12th pick. You know what? I'm not too mad about that. I think that's the only pick we have, so we'll just skip the rest. Yeah. All right, so we did get the 12th pick. And I honestly don't know what I want to do. Do I want to try and get Victor Wembanyama, or do I want to say, hey, we're not completely going to rebuild, move a couple of my players for upgrades? I don't know what I want to do. Staff signing, let's see here. Okay, we still got Nick Nurse. That's fine with me. Okay, we need scouts. So let's go ahead and sign a head scout here real quick. Lloyd Lewis. You look good. So yeah, we'll sign you. We also need some domestic scouts. You look good. I promise all I'm doing is finding one and just signing them. I'm not even looking to see what their stats are. All right. We got some of them. We also need let's go ahead and get a stamina trainer, so our stamina is good during the season. I think that is a good thing to do. Maybe let's also go get one of these. Um, you got some badges. We'll go with you. Wait, what do those badges mean? Um, I think, yeah, there's a TV screen. Okay. And then this one. Okay. And then, all right. Yeah. All those are positive. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting one that was bad. And then we got one more offer. Let's go with a physio. I have no idea what they do, but they seem important. You're only 60% interested. You're 100% interested, so let's go with you. All right, let's go ahead. All right, we're not going to get Clifton Webb, it seems, unfortunately, but we are getting probably everyone else that we wanted to sign. And yes, I see I need a CFO. I'm just trying to ignore it for as long as possible. All right, so we need a... I still want to get a sports psych. Let's go with I don't know how to say that name, so I'm not gonna murder it. All right, Webb definitely decided not to come. All right, let's go ahead and I need a CFO. Money sense. Your money sense is good, so we'll go with you. All right, we got all that done. Let's move on to I'm going to do some scouting here. I'll see you guys after I get done scouting. All right, everyone. We are here at the draft, and I need to decide if I am making moves or not. Do I try and move Pascal Siakam to move up in the draft? I honestly don't know. What picks are available? Okay, I don't think, yeah, we can't trade for that one. So that one's out of question. So no matter what, we're probably not getting Victor Wembanyama. We could do a trade with the Magic, but does this make sense for them? They already got Paolo Banchero. I don't think that makes sense for them, so we're not doing a deal with them. I definitely can't get you. Well, Wizards. We can't trade with them. Rockets. I don't think this makes sense for them either, right? Chet Holmgren is a power forward, right? Or not Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith. Yeah, he's a power forward. Maybe if they're trying to compete and they don't know if Jabari Smith Jr. is going to be that for them. Boy, they got a lot of juniors on this roster. Okay, that's not weird. All right, I don't think I'll be able to get that pick. Who has number 5? We haven't looked at number 5 yet, I don't think. Who has it? Detroit. Does it make sense? We can't trade with them. All right, who has 6? Spurs. Does it make sense for the Spurs to want to do this? If they're trying to compete, then yes. But if they're not, then I don't think it's going to happen. If you guys are wondering why I'm going through this like this, while yes, I could probably pull off a trade with the Magic, it doesn't make sense for them. So I'm trying to keep it at least a little bit realistic. At least for right now, it definitely won't stay that way. I don't think this trade will happen. Okay, who has number 7? Portland. If they're going to keep Damian Lillard and try and compete, then yes, this makes sense for them to do. But I would have to take something from them in order to make it happen. And who would they be willing to trade? That's the question. Do they want to get rid of Yusuf Nurkic? Do they want to get rid of Nasir Little? Actually, how much do they owe? I have to take 26 mil. So it would have to probably Yusuf Nurkic to make this deal work. Do we see them doing that? For a first round pick and Yusuf Nurkic. His season, how was your season? Okay, you had a good season. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. I mean, I would be willing to do this deal. It would free me up some money so that we can go out in the off season and potentially sign some Not big names, but decent names. And I'll try it and see what they say. They like what they have as far as this trade's concerned. Makes sense. Um. All right. Number 8, I guess, is next, right? At this point, do I even want to do a deal? I'm gonna hold off on the Pascal Siakam trade. We'll just go straight to the draft. If we get offered something, then yeah. If we get offered a trade, then yeah. All right, Victor Wembanyama is number 1. Okay, Houston Rockets took Scoot Henderson. All right, and then the Washington Wizards took Brandon Miller. Okay. Okay. I have a few people that I'm very interested in getting. I just don't know if they're going to be available once we get to number 12. Okay, that was one of them. I was very interested in Amen Thompson. Is his twin going to go next? Okay, they're making a trade. Okay. Draft night trade. Okay, Raylan Rupert was next. Do I try and make a trade with the Mavericks? They're trading their pick away. Yo, they got Jalen Brunson back. Okay, they took Jarrett Walker. Do I make a trade with the OKC Thunder? That's the question. Let's look at the mock drafts, okay? We are here at number 11. Okay, so his brother isn't projected to go to number 15 by Draft Express. 2K is saying the Thunder would be taking him, but Amen Thompson's already went. But maybe the Thunder want him. That's something I gotta figure out. What's this one saying? This one's saying, okay, I gotta figure out. Do I want to do that or not? He is a small forward. You know what? We'll just let it go. They didn't take him anyway. All right, now it's time for us to decide who we are drafting. I think I ought to go for a point guard. If I'm not going to re-sign Fred VanVleet, then maybe we get a young point guard to pair up with Scotty Barnes, and maybe that'll work out. Oh, boy. Or do I just go and get Ausar Thompson? What do I do? Poor playmaker. Okay. Or do I try throwing this pick in the draft, in the trade finder, and see what I can get for it? Carson Wallace, who they were projecting that we would take. All right, let's see what we can get for the pick. I know this don't make sense, but I'm curious of what we could. I can't trade it. Okay. I can't trade it. Okay. Let's see what we can get for Pascal Siakam. What offers am I getting? Any picks offers. We could get Jarrett Walker that the Knicks just drafted. That would fill up our power forward, but I don't know if I want Scotty Barnes to be that. I think I want Scotty Barnes to be our power forward. Okay, they're not terrible, but I don't want to do one of these deals. I could get Brandon Miller. What are you looking like? What's your badges? That's all I care about. He's got 7 badges. He's got Aerial Wizard. He's got Deadeye, Corner Specialist, Green Machine. Okay, not bad. He's got some good defensive badges. Okay, maybe not the greatest, but that can always develop. But he's got some shooting badges. All right, that is a deal to think about. But does it make sense for the Washington Wizards to do this trade? Does it make sense? They still have Porzingis, technically, if he chooses to keep his player option, which I don't think he will. In every one I've done, I don't think he's ever stayed with the Wizards as far as a player ETO goes. Kyle Kuzma's a small forward, so they don't got to worry about that. Do I do this deal? That's the big question. I really want to do it, but I don't think it's realistic, so I'm not doing it. We'll go ahead and we'll choose a pick. Let's check out this point guard here. Um, Good shot creator, has nice shooting form. Okay, they're saying he has good potential. And he's 6'7", or I can go with a Shore Thompson, who they're saying is not good at these three things. Keontae George is still here. Okay. Oh, man. Who do I go with? I think I got to go point guard. So, how's Nick Smith looking? Stephen Marbury, All NBA. Okay, tends to make poor positions, playing on man. That's something that, though, we can develop. Crafty offensive players will beat him in man defense regularly. So his defense is a question, is what I'm figuring out. Ah, man, who do I go with? I'm going to go with Anthony Black. Okay. That might be a bad decision, but I went with it, and it's done. Let's go ahead and end the draft. Did we make a bad option drafting him? That's the question. He's a 76 overall. All right. Nick Smith was the same. We actually, we didn't make that big of a mistake. All right, I want to see who took Ashur Thompson. Oh, he was also good. Okay. All right, and the Warriors took him. All right, we're going to keep Anthony Black. All right, team player options. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I figured VanVleet was going to decline his player option. Of course, we're going to accept Scotty Barnes. Okay, that's kind of a big hit. I thought Gary Trent was going to be here. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, we want Precious Achua's option. Otto Porter accepted his. And then I'm going to let these three people walk. All right. What do we do? That's the big question. Do we... how did you play? Or did you play at all? I guess that's the better question. Okay, your career stats per 36 minutes, though, man. Those stats are looking good, except for the three-point shot. I'll give him the offer. I'll extend it to him. All right. The big question, do I trade Pascal Siakam right here in the off season, or do I wait until the trade deadline? What do I do? Because right now, his value is pretty high, if I had to guess, right? Because he's coming off a terrific year. Okay, his 3-point percentage was down a little, but it's still higher than 2 years ago in 2020-2021 season. His rebounds, do I trade Pascal Siakam? That's the question. Overall, his season percentages were a little bit lower, but still a very solid player. I risk this. Let's say we get to the first game and he injures himself and then I can't trade him and it's a season-ending injury. That's the big question. So do I try and do that now? Roswell got Chris Boucher. I can potentially trade if I wanted to. Basically, the question is, are we going in full rebuild mode? If that's the case, then yes. I want to trade Pascal. I want to trade Chris Boucher and Otto Porter and just go young. Ah, boy, what do I do? I think I'm going to trade him. Let's see what we get offered here. I don't want Tobias Harris or DeAnthony Melton. If I'm doing this trade, I want to get young players in return. This makes no sense for the Heat, in my opinion. And I honestly don't want Bam Adebayo. I'm just going to be honest. I don't want to build my team around him because he's a shorter center. But not only that, I always have terrible outcomes when I have a star center. Keegan Murray. How did you play last season? Okay, you didn't play terrible. We'll think about it. I know I get Rashawn Holmes in that trade as well, but he's a good backup. I could get Nicholas Claxton. But does that make sense for the Brooklyn Nets, who are basically in rebuild mode now? But I wouldn't want this big contract of Joe Harris. Oh boy. I don't see the Indiana Pacers doing this, I don't think. Unless they don't have. Let's look at their roster real quick. They still have Miles Turner. And they have Jalen Smith. But if they're trying to compete, then yeah, they would do this deal. Do I do it? I don't know if I want Mitchell Robinson, though. If I could do this without getting Mitchell Robinson, I think that would be good. It's just because he's so hard to keep happy. At least that's how it was in last year's game. All right, you know what? We'll do this deal. I get a first-round pick, unprotected. I'm down with that. And it may not be the most realistic thing, but we have traded Pascal Siakam. And with that, I have a center that we can potentially build around. It would be between these two guys here, and maybe Christian Coloco if he can improve. All right. Now we have some money to play around with in free agency. We're not going to re-sign Fred VanVleet unless I can do a sign and trade, which isn't in the game. I really think they ought to add that, but you know. All right. We got our point guard of the future. And I might sign a veteran to pair him alongside of so that they can mentor him. Like a Patrick Beverly to help him with his defense. Because I think Anthony Blacks was the one that had defensive issues. I can't remember. But anyway, we need to look at power forwards. We could try and sign Miles Bridges. Is it realistic? I don't know. We just did get rid of Pascal Siakam. So, potentially. But I don't think that would happen. We could try and get PJ Washington, who is a restricted free agent. Actually, you know what? There is something I want to do. They have Scotty Barnes as a small forward right now. I want to make him a power forward. And I want OG to be a small forward. So, there we go. We'll go ahead and edit this to make his secondary position a small forward. There we go. Small forward. And then keep changes in return. And then same thing with OG. Can I do it this way, though? I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. Okay. You can be a backup shooting guard. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. So I got that figured out. Now I need a shooting guard. Power forward, we're decent. I'll keep Chris Boucher around. He's a solid player overall. And I guess I'll keep Otto Porter as well. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, let's go see who's that shooting guard that we can sign. For the amount of money we have. We could try and get Austin Reeves, who's a restricted free agent. I don't think the Lakers are going to let him go, to be honest. I seen like, I think an hour long video of just clips of Austin Reeves. Pretty cool. Who can I sign here that makes the most sense for us? We could try and get Dante DiVincenzo. He's still particularly young. He's unrestricted, and we could get him on a bargain of a deal. What's your strengths, man? What are your strengths? Okay, you're a good three-point shooter. Perimeter defense is really high. I really like defensive players. Yeah, let's do this. Because I'm not bringing Gary Trent back. I'll do a 4-year deal worth $830. I think that's a bargain of a deal, considering I'm signing you injured. All right, and I do need a backup. We'll look at backups after we're done here. Okay, small forwards. We've got OG Anunoby. We could probably use a backup there. Maybe someone young like Josh Okogie or Hamidou Diallo. You know what? I'll sign Hamidou Diallo, but it's going to be a team option. If he bombs this year, I don't want to keep him around. Although I might try and trade him at the trade deadline. It all depends on how we're doing. Power forward, we got that's covered. Center's covered. All right, let's see who we signed from the offers we made. Okay, so we're getting both of them. Do I want to bring Jakob Poeltl back? No, I don't. We'll keep Delano Banton. All right, there we go. So we're getting our two guys that we want to sign. They're not very big signings, but we are rebuilding, so it makes sense not to go out and try to sign a superstar immediately. All right, let's look at our roster now. We still need a backup point guard. We still need a backup shooting guard. Small forward's looking good. Same thing with power forward. Same thing with center. So backup point guard, backup shooting guard. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys at player progression. All right, everyone. We are here at player progression, and Scotty Barnes has gotten better. That's what we love to see. Okay, Scotty Barnes got better. OG Anunoby got better. Mitchell Robinson stayed the same. That kind of stinks, man. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on him. We've got him for 3 years unless we trade him away for something better. Precious Achula got better. I think that's how you say his last name. I could be butchering it. Chris Boucher stayed the same. Hamid Diallo got better. You love to see our new signings getting better. Dante Chivincenzo stayed the same. Hopefully he can increase his overall. Either way, if it doesn't work out, he can be a solid backup. Or I trade him away for something better. All right. We also signed Nickeil Alexander-Walker on a 2-year, $5 million deal with one of those years being a team option. But he got better. We got Delano Banton. We also signed D Rose. At least for right now, I'm going to have him mentor Anthony Black. But if I see that we are totally not getting in the playoffs, I might trade D Rose to a contending team. See if he can get a championship before he retires. And then we also got Christian Koloko here. Yeah. Overall, our team looks pretty good. All right. Now, we had the real draft class in for this year. All the rest are going to be auto-generated. We aren't going to do that. I don't really care about Summer League. I'm going to be honest with you. The CPU can just adjust this. I don't care about Summer League. So all the other rookies are going to be auto-generated. All right. Next episode, we will be playing a game. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play one game per video, I think. Now, don't expect me to be amazing at all. Sometimes I can be cracked. Other times I can be trash. Just preparing you guys. Anyway, I think next episode we will go up against the Mavericks. Who do they have on their team? Let's just take a quick look. Okay, they still got Luka. They re-signed Kyrie. But other than that, the team's buns. Team is trash other than that. So that's the team we will go up against next episode. I got to work on some sliders. I got to work on our rotation as well. I need to make up a rotation how we want it. But overall, I don't know how long this is going to go. Obviously, the goal is to get the Raptors a championship. But I feel like this could be a lot of fun. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys want to see. Maybe you guys want me to trade for someone or trade someone away. Let me know down in the comments below. Here's our roster. I do think I'll keep D Rose to the trade deadline. If he doesn't get injured, then trading to a contender. Because I want to see D Rose get his championship. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, consider hitting the like and subscribe button down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.